Hello everyone. So today is the 8th of December and let's do another quick US30 analysis. Now, before I do that again, let me just show you guys a trade I took. Now, this is not one of my normal trades that I take where I follow the moving averages and wait for a rejection or a bullish or bearish pin bar. This was literally like I couldn't resist this. This is something I did. I took it and then I went to bed. So it was a night when it actually kind of formed. Yeah, it was at 1:30 in the morning, about 1 o'clock, when Asia session opened up, and I saw this. What do you call it? I saw the candle form, and I was like, you know what? I had to take it, so I did, and I did have a very huge risk to reward ratio. Like, I kept it really as tight as I possibly could, sensibly, and I just took it around a bit, and I was like, let it just play out the way I think it's gonna play out, or any other way. It didn't matter, but I was pretty confident on this trade. I'll tell you guys why. So if you guys actually saw my video yesterday, we did talk about the divergence, about how there was I drew a line up to this bit here. That was where we stopped at yesterday's video. And after that video, obviously candles moved and we had all the rest of the bars, candles panning out the way it has. Now, so after this too, if you saw, we drew a straight line, right? And I'm going to show you guys. So basically, I was like, you know what? It possibly there was a divergence there. It is going to go on the upside, and it did. But what it also did do is it came back and there was a triple bottom here. And I was like, you know what? When triple bottoms or double bottoms actually form, it means that price is actually going to go up. But the question really is how much more, right? So you see here, price broke the neck, like it broke the structure here. It did go up. But having said that, it's like we could have scalped this, but it was not a long trade as to, it is like it didn't just keep running up, if that made sense. So it did come back down again and it formed a triple bottom, right? And as far as I know with trading, is triple bottoms are really powerful because price is coming back to keep retesting that zone and is rejecting it, and then it keeps going up. So most likely price is going to go pushing upwards, right? Unless it's going to keep coming back for a test, which means the sellers are really trying to push price down. But as far as the triple bottom was formed and the bullish pin bar here formed, I basically thought, you know what, this is going to be a buy. But I had my doubts as to how far it could go. I was thinking of putting it to the end of the zone because that's truly where I thought it was going to go, and it did. But because I was sleeping and I was not able to kind of adjust my, what do you call it, my stop loss to break even, and as the trade moved or keep an eye on it, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'll be happy with a 1:5, and that's what I did. Risk to reward ratio 1:5. One, as in risk to reward ratio 1.5. I mean, it's my usual. Really, this is how I normally set it if I'm not watching the trade. It's only when I'm watching the trade, it's like I kind of tend to trail the stop loss and do partials. But otherwise, I just leave it and let it just do its thing. When I woke up this morning, it hit profit target. The profit was almost 100 pips and stop loss was 66 pips, right? So this is a pretty decent deal. And yeah, so sometimes, guys, it kind of helps to know market structure. It kind of helps to know, like, different trends. Like if you know the flag patterns or double bottoms, triple bottoms. It's just a case of like when you see, kind of a thing, and it only comes with kind of really familiarizing yourself with the pair that you're trading, and also the charts. Like every day, whether you trade or you don't trade, and that's the reason I'm telling you guys, like, why I started this YouTube channel was really just as an accountability for myself to kind of make a promise to myself that every day I am going to look at the charts, every day I'm going to analyze the charts, and then I'm going to make a decision as to whether am I trading that day or not, or what am I exactly looking for, and then set alerts accordingly so that when it pans out, I can have a double look at it again. So that's because I used to go days where, you know what, I could have lost two trades in a row, and I'm like, I get so fed up or I get so upset, and I'm like not like looking at charts for a week sometimes, because it's like I just feel like there's a chart fatigue and I just don't want to look at it. But I also realize that the more I do that, I'm also giving into my emotions, which, it's like it keeps getting inconsistent, and we all know that inconsistency does not give us results. Do you guys know what I mean? And more often than not, a lot of people that I've actually spoken to, and I know they are really, really good at charting. We can kind of mark up charts, but what really doesn't get to our maximum potential is really the mindset and the psychology behind trading, like, because I feel like we emotions get in the way, and sometimes I want to kind of I want to get to the maximum potential without having all this mixed emotions and so on and so forth. So really the reason why I started this is to keep myself accountable of whether regardless of whether I'm going to be trading or not. I wanted to be able to look at the charts and also be able to take trades without that fear. It's like it's okay to lose a trade. We take it with confidence, we take it with, also with a lot of confluences and with our skill set and knowledge that we have about trading. But so yeah, so I took this trade, just one of those trades that I took without the moving average is panning out, but it was a downtrend. So I did counter trade on this particular pair, which is a very risky move. So please, not something that I do really often. The only reason why I did it was because of the triple bottom, and I was super confident it was going to go up, and it did. But again, I could have been so wrong, and it literally could have done the bullish pin bar and still gone all the way down anyway, and again, like I said, I just want to um yeah, so not always I do this. It was a risk and it was a trade that I was willing to lose. And I was fully aware that if I lose, I'm going to be okay. You guys get me? So, yeah, but 99% of the time, I follow very strictly to my moving averages and my pin bar rejections, if that made sense. I didn't really adjust this after, but yeah, so this is going to go now. But having said that, let's just quickly look at a top-down analysis. I just feel like right now it keeps retesting the zone area here, so I don't really kind of like it. I just feel like it hasn't really shown us what it really wants to do because possibly it's like a consolidation. Look at it. Like I'm gonna off this bullish pin bust indicator so it doesn't look so messy for you guys, and I'm gonna make this go up. Like if you can see, it has been a nice downtrend and it's actually a nice consolidation zone, right? I'm gonna just take this line off as well. I kept it there just so I could show you guys, but look at this box here. Like it's literally like a zone in its own, where it's just prices teetering be like between them, and obviously it did a breakout there, which was a fake out. It came right back down again to the zone bottom. Yeah, so um, I don't really see anything really panning out. Let's just see. Yeah, so even on a daily, you can see moving averages are kind of like fanning out right now, which is looks like it is doing a nice uptrend. Just because I told you guys, if you remember on the previous videos, it was a break of structure. It came down, but it could like I said, it could be a nice fake out and nice going to make its way up. It's a beautiful up like. You guys get me, but it hasn't really done a rejection pin bar on the 10 EMA on a daily to say that it is actually going to go up or a bullish pin bar, I mean. So I would personally just hang around and just wait to see what price does. Yeah, so do you see this? So it is actually like on a down, 1 hour, but but you see here price is actually moving upwards. So I would actually just wait for the moving averages to pan out. This is just too confusing for me. Do you guys get me? So it is so messy, so confusing, and I don't want to start there to start predicting what will happen or what I assume will happen. But I just want to wait for like confirmations on okay, this has happened right now. This has given me the bullish rejection right now, or a signal for me to enter right now that it really isn't anything, guys. It's so messed up. Okay, so if I drop to the 15, I told you guys it is on a down. So do you guys see that? So on a 15, it's still a down. It hasn't panned out for a buy on a 15 minutes yet, but at the same time, I truly believe it is gonna go up, right? But it's just taking its own time. So this is gonna be a really quick video. Just be patient with the trades, guys. Wait for it to set up. Wait for your entry to give you the confirmation. Like, you know what, give you the permission to enter. Right now, for myself, haven't really seen anything setting up at this second. But let's just quickly look at 5 minutes. So 5 minutes is showing a buy, as in like it's above the 200 EMA. But having said that, the moving averages haven't really panned out yet, so we would wait, right? And 5 minutes normally works a lot more faster. You will see moving averages like kind of, you're going to get your trades in a lot more quicker. But just be very careful with the fact that it's always just teetering at this zone. We need it to really, really the moving averages to go up and to give us a bullish pin bar signal, either on the 10 or the 21 EMA before you actually take a buy. Keep it really tight and watch your stop losses. But I do think, I'm just looking at the 4 hours right now, guys, just quickly. Yeah, 4 hours is a buy, but truly, guys, look, it's a flag pattern again, isn't it? So we had like a zone here which we drew. So I'm going to actually remove this bit here. Just gonna remove this zone because it's too far away. We need zones. We can't kind of swim across, if that makes sense. So there was a nice leg out in this spot. So I drew a zone in here. If you guys see, it came down. This could normally fake outs do not teeter like that. Fake outs are normally once a candle moves and they back up again. So I personally again have, yeah, I do think that it could be a flag pattern. I don't know if you guys know that. So it's like when you have like a down, for example, and then it goes like a flag. It teeters like that and then it drops again. So that could be possibly what it's trying to do as well. So it could be a sell coming up soon. So like I said, wait for any particular time frame that you're trading on for the moving averages to literally, this is a sell pattern. Wait for them to line up. Can you see on the 1 hour, guys? Like this is the hidden bears are forming. So literally wait for them to line up, wait for price to go below the 10 or the 21 moving average, wait for the bearish pin bar to print, and then you enter. Okay, and where I would think price would go would be, okay, so on a 4 hour, I'm just going to quickly draw support resistance zones and then we can kind of do our take profits when price actually gives us. So this is where I would draw the first one, but I think this is a bit, it's quick scalp, that one is. Yeah, there we go. I'm just drawing a quick support resistance lines so you guys can actually see. There we go. So price may come down to the 200 moving averages, but I would literally stagger them in between because the support resistance in between. So basically price will do a drop, like when it comes, maybe it could be here, it does a bearish pin bar, and you can catch this drop. Let's just quickly see how much this, let's just assume we catch it here, okay? This is a good 300 over pip, so that's crazy. Like, so I would do it in stages. I might not even hold a trade throughout the whole drop, really, just because I have no confirmation as to what price is going to do. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to wait for up and bar to form, whichever direction, price to show me, because I do think that, look, it's dropping. It did that flag thingy, and then it dropped. So now it's doing that again. Personally, it may drop. So, yeah. I would basically just wait for the entry for the 10 to come down and for it to line up, and then I would basically see if I could take a sell on US30. So that's what I would be looking for here. But if it decides to go up the other way, now you guys know what you're doing. So basically wait for the moving averages to line up again on the top and then take it for a buy. Okay, so that's my take. So I would basically do that at this three different levels and wait for price to give me another entry here, another entry, so on, when it's actually moving on a downtrend. Because I don't want to be stuck in a trade too long. I don't like it. Like, I like to just take my pips and come out and wait for another entry again, just so that's secure the back every time and I'm happy with it and I don't have the anxiety of keep on to having to look at the trade for like, days or whatever not. So that's my take on US30 for today, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Trade safely and again, wait for the right permissions, right entries, right signals before you actually enter your trade. And happy trading and see you guys tomorrow.